All right, guys, it has been a minute, a little over a minute, and a lot has happened. And I am going to, I don't even really know how to start this or where to start, but I'm going to wind this video, audio, however you're listening, I'm going to wind it back to peak week before the 7th of October of the first bodybuilding state show, ICN States, October the 7th. So if we wind it back to peak week, and I just want to share a lot that has happened from that point moving forward, because it has just been absolute mayhem, but it has just been go. It has been non-stop. Hence why we haven't done any YouTube or podcasts or anything like that, because in the position that myself and Ags and Braden and Anita pumped, in the position that we're in, there's a lot of moving parts, and you get to a certain point where you don't want to split your focus, and our focus first and foremost is always on our team and our athletes. So it got to that point where obviously something had to give and I had to sacrifice something, and unfortunately I don't have somebody who can just follow me around and film me and just go, hey, let's do a podcast, and like I do it all myself. And there's a lot of things that I probably won't share. I'll just touch on it or breeze through it a little bit, because it's not my story to tell. And eventually I want to get everybody on, and we want to do a full-blown podcast with all of us just explaining in detail exactly what the fuck happened and go from there. So winding it back to peak week, everything was going really well. Everyone's on point, everyone's going well, fucking ready to go. And I had one of my clients, he's like a fucking little, fucking a bit emotional already. He's like a little brother to me, and he had to get surgery 6 days away from the competition. This kid just done a fucking 32-week prep. Absolutely fucking destroyed it. He was looking so good. And yeah, he had to undergo a surgery that got complicated. Something that was meant to be, 30, 45 minutes turned into 6 hours. And it was a near-death experience, to be completely honest. So there was that, okay? And I'm going to get him on, and we're going to do a podcast on that. So stay tuned for that. But he's okay. And I rang him after the surgery, and the first thing he said to me was, Ryan, I still want to step on stage. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, hey, let's just fucking put the brakes on. Let's just get out of hospital first. All right, let's get you healed. Let's get the ball's in your court, sort of thing, But like, I'm not going to fucking make you do anything. And at this point, I didn't understand how serious it was. So obviously, get out of hospital, get yourself feeling good. And that point moving forward, I spoke to him leading into the show. How you doing? How you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. And at this point, I knew that he wasn't going to step on stage. Like, I obviously understood how serious it was after a bit more communication with his mum. And then I didn't see him until the day of the show, and I walked in and he's like, hey Ryan, like fucking nothing happened, like he rocked up. He literally just got out of hospital the day before the show. So that was it was actually a little bit emotional for me. And day of the show, we had 15 people get on stage that day, including myself, Braden, Ags, Anita, including, Team Pumped. 15 athletes on that day. So there's a sacrifice to make there, right? As a coach and an athlete, like I've never competed and prepped alongside that many people. Like I've done it before with two people, but not fucking a team this big. Like, it was absolute mayhem. And keep in mind, it was at a different venue. So it was at the RAC, like nobody really knew where they were and what they were doing, and a lot of them were first timers and stuff like that. So there's a lot of moving parts to this, and I just want to touch on RAC for 2 seconds. What a fucking show, and it was absolutely incredible. It was fucking incredible. I don't know how Ryan pulled it off within a week or two or whatever he had to organise this. The production, the stage, the lighting, it was epic. It was fucking epic, and it was definitely one to remember. I just want to, hats off to Ryan there. I don't know how the fuck you did it, but you fucking nailed it. Epic show. But going back to show day, it is fucking hard to, prep so many people and step on stage yourself, and there's always going to be a sacrifice to make. And I knew coming into that show that there was going to be a sacrifice to make, and I knew it was going to be myself. Simple as that, right? So I got there and I seen how hectic it was, and I literally sat down for 8 minutes out of 22 hours. And I'll tell you how I know that, because I looked at my watch and I was like, all right, I got 12 minutes to just lay down, kick my feet up, get in the zone, and because I was going to step on stage in about an hour. So I was like, all right, let's get in the zone. 8 minutes in, Brooke comes over to me, one of our coaches, taps me on the shoulder. Hey, Mike needs this, Amanda needs this, da-da-da-da. Ags is getting a tan and hair and makeup and all sorts of shit going on. So I was like, yeah, this ain't going to work. So from that point forward, I made the decision in my head and I said, you are not an athlete today. You are a coach. That is what you're here for, and that's what I did. And you could say, well, I know for a fact that Ags was in the exact same position, and you could see it in our body, you could see it in our performance, you could see that we weren't truly present in the moment, because even when I was on stage, and you guys know that I'm all about being present, I'm all about being in the moment, but when you have that many people and you have a job to do, that's what needs to be done. So when I was on stage, or when we were on stage, Ags is in the exact same boat. I don't really remember it, and I remember being on stage thinking about my athletes, or thinking about other people, and thinking about what I needed to do next. And I wasn't really like, there were moments where I was in it, but it wasn't for very long, Mind you, still did really well, and I still did great in my opinion. There were a few things, peak wise and stuff like that I could have done better, absolutely, but that's part of the sport. We learn, we grow, and we push that into the next show, which is what we did, and I'll get to there. The same was, Ags was exactly the same, and Braden, you could say, was in the same boat as well, where we definitely sacrificed ourselves as athletes to be coaches on that day. The team was just absolutely fucking phenomenal. Team pumped, absolutely destroyed it, and it was just a day to remember. It was phenomenal, and just to see our team just work together and look at and see the pumped bubble shirts fucking everywhere backstage, whether you were an athlete, competitor, helper, one of our coaches, like it was phenomenal. It was really cool to see. And everybody did their part. So everybody from Brooke, Gemma, Liam, Jeff backstage taking photos, fucking everyone. Like, it was phenomenal, and it was a good day. Placings, fucking everyone killed it. Everyone got either a podium, everyone got a first place, second place, third place, we got an overall, like placings aside, like it was a really good day. And we had another guy, Graham. Shout out to Graham. You're a fucking legend. Had a 50 kilo transformation. Gets on stage and he had a fucking ball. And there was nothing cooler than to see. He's become a good friend of mine. Nothing cooler than to see that guy on stage smiling, and we had some really good conversation during and after as well. It was fucking special. It really was something special. So that was a quick little wrap up on show day. All right. Then obviously coming out of that, I didn't really have much time to reflect, because it was like, okay, who's going to nationals? Okay, then it was like reverse diets. Okay, you're not going to nationals, and getting them. So it was peak after peak, and then like there was just moving parts to it, and there was so much to do, and there was still messages of just like fucking 400 of them trying to reply to him. Like, I didn't do anything on my social media. It was just resharing what other people did and stuff like that. So quick shout out to Vernon as well, actually. So I haven't even gone through this footage yet. I did a little bit, but not really. So I do have some footage from the day, halfway through the day. So he thankfully was like, he just dropped his uni work and come along and film for us. So we got some footage there. Haven't even looked through it all yet, but we'll get to that, or maybe slap some up on YouTube or whatever. So yeah, from there, now skip forward, because there's a lot to this video. I want to try and keep it short. So skip forward to nationals. What a fucking show. Incredible. It was the best nationals I've ever been a part of, and that is a big fucking statement to make, because I've done nationals for years and years on end, since 2017. It was phenomenal, very well run. Backstage was good, the stage was awesome, the lighting was good. It was a 2-day show. It was well ran. It was on time, or maybe a little bit behind, but nothing out of the ordinary. And again, team pumped. We absolutely killed it. So I did bodybuilding and classic, and bodybuilding I knew at this point that I just wasn't big enough, just didn't have the muscle, and that's okay. And at the end of the day, I do it for the challenge anyway. So I got up there and I still got a 3rd and a 5th, which is awesome. And this was my time to jump into classic and have a stab at getting my pro card, which I did, which was very, very cool. So I did that, won the open class classic and got my pro card there. And about 30 seconds before that, my brother did the exact same thing. So then we got to jump on stage and compete against each other, which, to be honest, we literally forgot that it was even a competition. We were just fucking around, like slapping each other on the ass. Like it was the best time on stage I've probably ever had. It was incredible, and it's something that we have spoken about, and we even texted to each other. I might even drop that text up there of overlay. It was epic. It was such a fucking cool moment, and we were so in it. We literally forgot that we're even in a competition, and Braden took it out. So he beat me. Oh, must have a good coach, eh? It was a really good day, and that was a really cool moment. So we both got our pro cards, did the overall together. He won it. Then we jumped into the pro show, classic pro, and I got 5th, he got 4th, which is cool. And it was just it was a really good moment. And so fitness pro show. So then we had the girls, Ags and Anita. So Ags looked fucking phenomenal, shredded, absolutely shredded, detail, best she's ever been by a fucking mile. And she got 3rd in the pro fitness, and just looked absolutely phenomenal. And I was getting really fucking teary backstage. I was starting to tear up a little bit, just seeing her like that and seeing her so in it, and she knew she looked good, she knew she felt good, and she was actually, sick the day before, 2 days before even, so for her to come in the way that she did and look the way she looked from literally being sick the day before, phenomenal. And you can't really ask for much more than that, just to come in your very best. That's what this sport is all about. Anita did the pro fitness as well, and she got 5th, I believe, 4th or 5th. I think she got 5th. And then after that, we also had Amanda, and we also had Breezer. So Breezer did bikini, got a couple of second places, which is awesome. And then we had Amanda as well, got some podium finishes. So that was really cool. Then we had Anita take out a few of the sports classes. Then she took out the open sports, got a pro card there, and that was a really cool moment, because in that moment was, now we are all double pros. So Braden's double pro, Ags is double pro, I'm now double pro, and Anita's now double pro. The funny thing is it took Anita 2 years to become a double pro, which took me fucking 9. Just shows the potential. And kids these days, 21-year-old fucking snagging double pros. So that was a really cool moment. And and then the sports pro show. I'll say this, for the females, the sports would have to be my favourite. Oh no. The sports would have to be my absolute favourite division. You can just see how much the girls relax. I don't know if you just take your shoes off and you can carb up a little bit more, feel out a bit more, come in fuller, and you're a little bit more boppy and having fun. I fucking love the division. Absolutely awesome lineup as well, and the fitness rookies as well. I'll say this, the fitness rookies for the females was just stupid. I looked at this lineup, rookies, it's only their first year competing, and it was just wild. Every one of them was pro worthy. It was ridiculous. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. Then the sports pro show, then Ags got 5th, and then Anita got 3rd. So they kind of switched positions from pro fitness to pro sports. Again, both obviously looked absolutely phenomenal. And then we went backstage and we took a bunch of photos and did all that, and then I pulled myself out for a minute while Braden was getting his photos, and I just I let it go. I had one of those moments where I was holding on to a lot of emotion, and I just let it go. I cried about 4 times, and I just allowed myself to be in that moment, because it was the one thing that I truly feel like I could never do. Even up until that point, like state show, for example, as I mentioned, I was never in the moment. When I won my pro card in Bali, 2016, hardly remember it. My physique shows, when I won them, the classic physique show in Gold Coast, the Worlds that I did, and I won that as well. I hardly remember any of it, and I never really just took a minute to just fucking be in it, So it was nice. It was really nice to just fucking let it out. And that, obviously, big celebrations, went off, ate too much food, we ordered burgers. 3 hours later, they finally cooked them so we could eat them. That's another story, but ate way too much, as you do post-show. The following day, we found out that Ags's Babsha, Nana, has passed away. So it went from the ultimate high to a very, very big low. And obviously there was a lot of emotion there, and I don't think I've ever been on such a high to just being dropped so hard. It was, quite difficult to handle, I guess, in a way. Probably not handle is not the right word. I think we handled it really well. But it was definitely difficult, So from there, we started organising flights because, Ags had to go back to Poland to, go to the funeral and see her family and stuff like that. And we all couldn't go because you remember that Ags' family is here. So Ags' mum is here, and her stepdad is here as well. So from there, the next day we got our flight home, and we fucking missed our flight. So we're dealing with that. And then we're at the airport and we're organising all of this shit. We're booking flights, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're like, all right, we need to do this, we need to do that. And then we look at the time, like, fuck, we got to get to the gate. We get to the gate is shut, and they fucking wouldn't let us through the door. And I'm like, the plane is right there. I can fucking walk through the door, get on the plane, and it'll all be okay. But nah. Our flight was at 5:45 and we got there at 5:30. So yeah, that happened. So we missed our flight, which is obviously financially, we literally just booked flights to Poland for 2 people, for Ags and her mum, and that's where they are right now. And also we have a fucking baby at home. So we had to organise that. I had to go get my mum to go and, pick him up and take him home and look after him and all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of moving parts to this, right? And then we missed our flight and then, anyway, I just, fuck it, book the next fucking flight, just take me home. So we got home, all good. Ags gets on a flight the next day to Poland with her mum, and that's where they are now. And then there's obviously myself, Dadush is over there, Marek, and I'm obviously here with Leo, looking after Leo, and my mum's here helping out too. And then fast forward, 2 days ago, my dog dies. So it's very, very, very difficult. A lot of emotion. And at the end of the day, I'm just grateful that I have a team around me. I have a team of people. Myself and Marek, he's over there. He doesn't speak much English, and we're translating through apps on phones. So I'm grateful that we have a fucking app that you can translate and you can talk to each other. And my mum and everybody who sent me messages, and it has been a lot. It's finding it hard to articulate this and not fucking not cry. So I had to deal with that. And all I could say to Coda was, because she's been there for the last 14 years, and since I was 18 years old, and at that point you don't know who the fuck you are, what the fuck you're doing, you got all these limiting beliefs, and some of the most anxious, depressed days of my life, and I always had my fucking dog to come back to, and all the way up until having Leo, how good she was with Leo from day one, even through the pregnancy, how gentle she was. And she was a crazy little fucking English staffy when we first got her. And yeah, it is. It's very sad, obviously. But I have to believe that these people, you know, Babsha and Coda, that they were in our lives for the perfect amount of time. I have to believe that. Do I wish they were still here? Of fucking course I do. Of course I do. But Coda was there for the amount of time that we needed her to be, you know, and nothing lasts forever. 14 years for an English staffy is a fucking long time. That's like living an extra 6 years on an average English staffy. That I'm fucking grateful for. She wasn't doing well as well. Staffies will never show it. They will never show it. She's a fucking tough bitch. But I'm just grateful that, you know, she was around for as long as she was, and she served us fucking well. And what a fucking beautiful dog. What a beautiful dog. So yeah, I had to organise that. And really, now here we are. So that was a fucking long-winded video. I don't even know how long that was because my fucking watch died. But that's what's been happening. That's what's been going on. And Ags doesn't get back until Wednesday morning. Got to go pick him up at midnight. Wednesday morning. And yeah, honestly, I just can't thank enough and be truly grateful for everybody that I have around me, the team, Pumped, everyone, my family. I'm fucking pretty lucky, man. I'm fucking lucky. Having Dadush, Jaja, somebody who has helped me more than my own dad has helped me in the last 20 years, and he can't even speak English. That's a fucking beautiful thing, man. What a fucking guy. Helping me, you know, put Leo to bed and bath him and feed him and all these little things that sometimes you just want fucking 10 minutes. You just need 10 minutes to go, fucking just give me a hand, you know. And he's there, and I can't fucking thank him enough. And I can't thank everybody enough for all of the messages, all of just for everything, to be honest. Now we head into Bali. You know, obviously there's a lot that has happened, but it is all the reason why I'm gonna fucking go as hard as I can into this show. I haven't slowed down. Hit all my steps, fucking hit my calories to the fucking T. Haven't stopped. Life throws shit at you, but I have a goal. And who the fuck am I? Like, what a beautiful thing that I get to do. I get to get on the stage in fucking 100% health after I've just lost two of the most important people or animal or I've just had my own pet and Babsha take their last breath, and here I am in full health, 100% health, and I get to step on stage at an international event with my fucking brother against the best in the world. How fucking cool is that? That's a fucking beautiful thing. And this sport, what it's done for me, oh. And how what it's done for me, this sport, ICN, and the way it's brought my family together. Like, there wouldn't even be a me and Ags, there wouldn't be a Leo, there wouldn't be any of this if it wasn't for ICN, and that is my motive. And I'm excited. I'm excited to come into this show, just fucking do my best. That's all you can do. Have some fucking fun up on stage in the division that I love with my own brother. Who the fuck else gets to do that, you know? I don't think anyone, you know? So, alright. I think I'm going to fucking wrap this video up. So, I'm going to try and vlog this one. I'm going to try and vlog it. I'm going to try and keep you guys in the loop, and I'm going to try and actually make a video out of this fucking last one, because there's been 2 gone and I've done fuck all, and I want to have this memory of the 3rd one, Bali, and this is bringing everything full circle. And then a week later in Gilly, we get to fucking get married, tie the fucking knot, relax, be in the moment, and fucking enjoy it, and just soak in what we've just done this last year. We've been on prep since February, and quite honestly, I've had enough of prep. At that point, I've had enough. We've got 2 weeks to go. Can't wait to just get married and have a fucking pina colada. So, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got something out of that fucking long-winded ramble, but that's what's happened. That's what's going on, and that is it. So I'm going to try and bring you along with the journey for the rest of it. Fucking love you guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in if you've made it this far. Peace out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell button, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one.